Originally, our algebra class was split up into the pre-algebra, the Algebra 1B, and the Algebra 1A. And we were finding the data is that our curriculum in the Algebra 1B and the pre-algebra was not sufficient for those students to be successful on the end-of-course exam.
One of the change that was suggested was that we get rid of Algebra 1B and consolidate everybody into one algebra class. And since there's a huge variety of needs of students and different levels of understanding that students were already coming in with, we knew that it was a drastic change, and so we had to do some things differently.
Well, it was very scary in the beginning. We did a lot of this, we took a leap of faith in a lot of this, and so when we get the results back or when we see those students in class who are very targeted with their learning, it's a relief and it's a lot of excitement to see just the change in the culture of these students, and when it comes to their learning, they are becoming much more responsible with their learning. They know what it takes.
It used to be 9 months was it, and whatever you learned, that was different for every kid. And so we said, I think one of the mantras was that time needs to be the variable and learning needs to be the constant.
Even before we saw our initial EOC scores, which, by the way, were the best we've seen in a very long time, we felt in our gut that things were going really well because, like we said, a greater number of students were mastering the concepts than before. And so we felt good about it, but it was really reassuring once we did receive the EOC scores back and we saw that, oh, our students are really retaining the material.
An aha moment for me was last semester. I had one of my Algebra 2 Trig students come in and needed about 3 or 4 percentage points to pass the class. And they approached me and asked what could they do to get 3 percentage points. Never mentioned what math did they need to learn. They just simply wanted 3 percentage points. And as opposed to, I had an Algebra 1 student who came to me at the end of the semester, and she just needed 1 standard to pass to get the grade that she wanted. And she approached me and asked, she said, I have to pass this 1 standard and I don't know how to solve quadratics. Can you just please go over with me again to how to solve quadratics? And so the difference was, first student only cared about percentage points. My algebra student truly cared about, she knew what she needed to learn, and it was very targeted as to what she wanted.
The students suddenly realized the importance of doing their homework, and it wasn't just about getting points for it. It was about, okay, do I understand how to do this so that when it comes time to do the assessment, I know that I'll be successful.
We at Parkway have a guaranteed viable curriculum for all Parkway students in math, and so it just made sense that the algebra at Parkway Central needed to look the same as the algebra at Parkway South. And being able to work with those teachers at those schools to make sure we're all providing the same curriculum to the students, it was incredible.
They provided a network of support for each other, and if one group would have been out there on their own doing this, I think it would have been a much more difficult challenge for them. But they were able to rely on each other and use each other's shared expertise.
I think when we worked within the team of teachers, the curriculum team, it was exciting to kind of see how things tied together and make connections that we weren't able to make before. I think that excitement really came from the students.
You can tell they are feeling much more confident and that they are feeling more capable about their math ability.